Every morning, I sit cross-legged on the floor of my little wooden kitchen in Kyoto, holding a warm bowl of broth between my hands. I'm 84 now, still strong enough to climb stairs, carry groceries, and cook for my grandchildren. In Japan, we don't chase youth with pills or powders. We nourish it slowly, gently with food. You see, after the age of 60, we lose up to 1% of our muscle every year. That's not just aging, it's a quiet loss of strength of freedom. But there's good news. In my country, the way we eat has helped generations rebuild muscle and move with ease even into our 90s. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from and what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading them. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Why seniors need collagen and how to get it naturally. When I was younger, I never thought much about collagen. In Japan, we simply cooked the foods our mothers taught us: broths, fish with the skin stews with tendon. We didn't know these meals were rich in collagen. We just knew they made us feel strong. As I entered my 70s, my friends began to complain: aching knees, stiff backs, thinning skin. Some of them turned to expensive pills and powders promising youth. But I remembered what my grandmother used to say: eat what keeps your body soft and your bones singing. Collagen is what holds us together. It's the protein that supports our muscles, joints, and skin. But after 60, our body slows down its collagen production. That's one reason why muscles shrink, joints ache, and recovery takes longer. It's not just age, it's a lack of what our body needs to rebuild. In the US, many people try to fix this with supplements, but in Japan, we rely on something much simpler: food. There is a philosophy here called shokuiku. It means food education. It teaches that how you eat matters just as much as what you eat. We believe in balance in meals made at home, in respecting the natural power of simple ingredients. And collagen-rich foods are everywhere in Japanese cooking. You don't need anything fancy. In fact, the best sources of collagen often come from parts of food many people throw away: fish skin, chicken skin, bones, tendons. These are the pieces our ancestors treasured. In miso soups, in simmered dishes, in small bites shared with tea. They don't just feed your body, they comfort your soul. Science supports this too. A study published in the journal Nutrients found that older adults who consumed collagen-rich foods alongside resistance exercises improved their muscle mass and strength significantly more than those who did not. It's not magic, it's nourishment. So today, I want to share with you 6 collagen-rich foods that helped me stay strong into my 80s. They're simple, affordable, and you can find most of them right where you live. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just one small dish a week. That's how we do it in Japan, slowly, gently, with care. Shall we begin? Chicken skin broth. A simple healing tradition. In my childhood home, nothing was wasted, not even the skin of a chicken. When my mother prepared a meal, she set aside the chicken skin, careful not to throw it away. Later, she would simmer it slowly with daikon, radish, green onions, and slices of fresh ginger. The smell would drift through the house, warm, savory, comforting. That was our version of chicken soup. But instead of just meat, we used the skin rich in natural collagen. Chicken skin is one of the most affordable and powerful sources of collagen you can find. It's packed with type I and type 3 collagen, the kinds that support your skin muscles, joints, and bones. And when it's gently simmered in water for hours, that collagen transforms into gelatin, a form your body can absorb more easily. In Japan, we don't just eat to fill our stomachs, we eat to care for our bodies. Chicken skin broth is one of those hidden treasures often overlooked in Western cooking, but deeply respected in ours. My friend Mrs. Tanaka is 85 years old. She still walks to the local temple every morning carrying a small bag of rice offerings. When I asked her how she keeps her knees from aching, she laughed and said, "Chicken skin soup once a week." My mother made it, and now I do too. What makes this broth special is its simplicity. There's no need for store-bought stock or complicated spices. All you need is a few pieces of chicken skin from thighs or wings, a small piece of ginger sliced thin, one daikon radish, or a few carrots chopped, a pinch of sea salt water. Place everything into a pot. Let it simmer on low heat for at least 2 hours. As the broth cooks, the gelatin releases, turning the soup slightly thick and rich. You can sip it as is, or pour it over rice for a simple healing meal. Some people worry about fat, but when cooked slowly, the fat separates. You can skim off the top or let it cool and remove the layer before reheating. What remains is deeply nourishing. In modern Japan, young chefs are rediscovering these traditions. Small cafes in Tokyo now serve chicken skin soup to elders who come in the afternoon, not for caffeine, but for warmth and strength. One chef told me, "We call it soup for the knees." What I love most is how humble it is. No supplements, no fancy packaging, just the slow wisdom of generations before us, and you can make it anywhere in your own kitchen with just a pot and a bit of time. When your body feels tired, when your joints creak a little more than usual, I invite you to try this. Not just as food, but as a quiet ritual. A bowl of warmth passed from one generation to the next. Next, I'll share the second food that's helped me stay strong all these years, something from the sea still wearing its skin. Fish with skin, the ocean's gift for stronger muscles. In my village by the sea, every morning began with the smell of grilled fish. You could hear the crackle of skin hitting the pan, the soft hiss as soy sauce touched the hot surface. We didn't remove the skin, that was the best part, crispy golden and full of flavor. But we weren't just eating for taste. Without knowing it, we were feeding our joints, skin, and muscles with one of nature's richest sources of collagen, fish skin. Many people throw it away thinking it's too oily or tough, but here in Japan we treasure it. In fact, the collagen in fish skin is more easily absorbed than collagen from land animals. It's type I collagen, the kind your body uses most to maintain strong muscles, smooth skin, and healthy joints. I still remember my grandfather. He lived to 96. Every evening he would grill a small fillet of mackerel or salmon, always with the skin on. He used chopsticks to pick it up gently, savoring every bite. "This is what keeps me standing straight," he used to say. Fish with skin is more than just tradition, it's science-backed. A study published in Marine Drugs found that fish-derived collagen peptides improve skin elasticity and bone density, and may even help reduce inflammation. Another study in elderly adults showed that fish collagen helped improve joint comfort and mobility over time. If you're not used to eating fish skin, start simple salmon-rich in omega-3 fats and collagen. Bake or pan-fry it with just a touch of sea salt. Keep the skin side down until it's crispy. Mackerel saba, popular in Japanese breakfasts, high in collagen and vitamin D. Grill with miso glaze for extra depth. Sardines, small, affordable, and eaten whole, including the skin and bones. Great for calcium and collagen together. In Japan, we often serve grilled fish with steamed rice, pickled vegetables, and a bowl of miso soup. It's a simple meal, but it fuels the body deeply. I once met a man in Hokkaido. He was 92 and still went fishing every morning. When I asked him his secret, he pointed to the fish in his net and said, "Eat it all, especially the skin." You don't have to live by the ocean to enjoy this. In the US, you can find frozen or fresh salmon, mackerel, or even sardines in most stores. Look for wild-caught if possible, and try cooking it at home just once a week. With every crispy bite of fish skin, you're not just feeding your hunger, you're rebuilding the very fabric of your body. Next, let's explore a tiny crunchy fish that's packed with collagen, calcium, and childhood memories. Ready? Niboshi tiny fish. Big strength. In a small jar beside my stove, I always keep a handful of tiny dried fish niboshi. These little silver fish, no longer than your finger, may seem humble, but in Japan, they've been a quiet source of strength for generations. Niboshi are dried baby sardines or anchovies. We use them to make soup stock, snack on them with tea, or stir them into rice for extra flavor. But beneath their crisp bite lies something powerful: collagen, calcium, protein, and essential minerals, all packed into one tiny fish. What makes niboshi so special is that you eat them whole, skin, bones, head and all. The skin provides collagen, the bones give calcium, and the tiny body carries protein. For elderly people like me, this combination is gold. I remember when my children were small, I used to make rice balls with crushed niboshi inside. My husband would take them to work, and my kids brought them to school. They didn't know they were eating health food, just that it was crunchy and tasty. Today at 84, I still chew on niboshi in the afternoon with a warm cup of green tea. It's not just a snack, it's a ritual, and my knees thank me for it. Modern science now supports what we've always believed. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging found that diets rich in small whole fish like niboshi helped maintain muscle mass and bone density in older adults. The combination of bioavailable calcium and collagen makes them uniquely effective. If you live in the US, you can often find niboshi in Asian supermarkets labeled as dried anchovy or dried sardine. Look for ones with no added salt or preservatives. Here's how you can try them at home. Niboshi broth. Soak a handful in water overnight, then simmer gently for a few minutes. Use the broth as a base for miso soup or noodles. Dry snack. Lightly toast them in a pan and toss with a little soy sauce and sesame seeds. They become savory, crunchy, and addictive. Over rice, crush a few and sprinkle on top of rice or salads. A natural seasoning with hidden health benefits. Don't worry if the flavor is new to you. Many Americans aren't used to eating whole fish, but niboshi is an easy entry point, small, mild, and full of texture. And here's the beauty: they're affordable. A single bag can last weeks. No need for supplements or powders when you have this quiet little superfood waiting in your kitchen. My neighbor, Mrs. Aiko, is 90 and still sweeps her garden every morning. When I asked her how she keeps her bones so strong, she smiled and reached into her pocket, pulling out a tiny cloth bag of niboshi. She said, "I carry them like candy, but better." Next, I'll share a dish from my youth that simmers slowly and softens everything from your muscles to your spirit. Let's keep going. Beef tendon, a slow-cooked secret for lasting strength. When I was a young woman, I learned to make a dish that required no rush, only patience: simmered beef tendon. In Japan, we call it gyusuji nikomi. It's not something you make in a hurry. You let it bubble slowly on the stove until the tendon turns soft like jelly, releasing all its hidden strength. Beef tendon is one of the richest natural sources of collagen. It's tough at first, but once simmered, it becomes a silky, melt-in-your-mouth delicacy. In every bite, your body receives type I and III collagen, the building blocks for healthy muscles, joints, and skin. Most people throw away tendons. In Western cooking, they're often considered waste. But in Japanese kitchens, we see them as a treasure, especially for older bodies like mine. When I turned 75, I began making beef tendon stew more often. My knees had started to ache, and I wanted to keep walking to the local shrine without pain. After months of weekly bowls, I felt lighter, less stiff in the morning, stronger climbing the stairs. Was it magic? No, just collagen slowly released through tradition. Here's how we make it in my home. Beef tendon cleaned and cut into bite-sized pieces. Daikon radish peeled and sliced. Thick, ginger-sliced miso paste or soy sauce for depth and saltiness. A dash of sake or mirin to round out the flavors. Water. First boil the tendon once and drain to remove impurities. Then refill the pot with fresh water, add the other ingredients, and simmer for 3 to 4 hours. The collagen breaks down, turning the broth into a rich, silky stew that warms the body and comforts the heart. This dish isn't just nourishing, it's deeply cultural. In Kyoto, there's a small izakaya where elders gather every evening for one bowl of gyusuji stew. It's not on the menu, you have to ask quietly. The owner says it's a soup for the soul. And every time I visit, I see familiar faces laughing softly over small bowls. Science agrees with this wisdom. A study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging found that older adults consuming collagen-rich meals like slow-cooked tendon experienced improved joint mobility and reduced discomfort, especially when combined with walking or light movement. If you live in the US, ask your butcher for beef tendon. It's affordable and often overlooked. With a slow cooker or stovetop, you can recreate this dish at home. Don't rush it. Let it teach you patience and feel how your body responds. Soft-boiled eggs. Small, simple, and full of strength. 550 words. There is a quiet joy in peeling a soft-boiled egg. The shell gives way gently, the white still tender, and inside golden warm, just barely set. In Japan, we call them hanjuku tamago or onsen tamago, depending on how they're made. To us, they're more than breakfast, they're a gift of strength. Eggs are one of the most complete foods on Earth. They contain essential amino acids, the very building blocks your body uses to create and repair collagen. While collagen itself isn't found in eggs, the nutrients inside, especially glycine and proline, help your body make its own. That's why in Japan, many elders begin their day with a soft-boiled egg. Not fried, not overcooked, just gently cooked to preserve the nutrients and ease digestion. When I was 60, I started waking earlier. My joints were stiffer, my energy slower to arrive. My doctor didn't give me pills, he told me to eat more eggs. One soft-boiled egg a day, he said. Cook it gently, eat it slowly. I followed his advice, and to this day, I still do. Soft-boiled eggs are easy on the stomach, especially in the morning. They digest smoothly, providing high-quality protein to fuel muscle repair and daily movement. And unlike raw or hard-boiled eggs, soft-boiled ones preserve the delicate structure of nutrients like vitamin B12, selenium, and choline, all important for energy, memory, and muscle maintenance. Here's how I make them. Bring water to a gentle boil. Add eggs carefully and reduce heat to a simmer. Cook for 6 to 7 minutes, no more. Transfer immediately to cold water to stop the cooking. Peel and enjoy with a pinch of salt or a splash of soy sauce. In Japan, we often serve onsen tamago eggs cooked slowly in warm water, almost like a spa treatment for food. The white turns silky, the yolk soft and creamy. We place it gently on top of rice drizzle with dashi or soy and eat it slowly. It's a healing meal in one small bowl. If you prefer, you can pair soft-boiled eggs with toast greens or miso soup. It fits into any kitchen, any culture. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that elderly adults who consumed higher protein breakfasts, including eggs, preserved more lean muscle over time and experienced better balance and mobility. And the best part, eggs are affordable, accessible, and deeply satisfying. My neighbor's grandson, who is 6, eats soft-boiled eggs with me on weekends. He says the yolk is like sunshine. I smile because that's how I feel too, like a little light warming my body from the inside. You don't need big changes to rebuild strength. Sometimes it starts with something as small as an egg. Now let's move to the final food one that's sticky, strong-smelling, and surprisingly powerful. It may take courage to try, but your body will thank you. Shall we go on? Natto, the sticky superfood for stronger bones and muscles. If you open a pack of natto in a quiet Japanese kitchen, you'll hear a sound, soft, sticky, a bit like whispers between beans. To many, the smell is strong, the texture unusual. But to us, natto is a daily gift, humble, powerful, and full of life. Natto is fermented soybeans aged until they become sticky and stringy. It's a traditional breakfast food in Japan, often mixed with soy sauce and mustard, then served over warm rice. It's simple, inexpensive, and packed with benefits that go far beyond its humble appearance. What makes natto special isn't just its rich protein content, it's what comes through the fermentation. Natto is one of the only foods that contains vitamin K2, a nutrient critical for directing calcium into your bones and away from your arteries. For older adults, that's life-changing. But there's more. Natto contains nattokinase, an enzyme that supports circulation and heart health. And it's rich in amino acids your body uses to build collagen naturally. Though natto doesn't contain collagen itself, it gives your body the exact tools it needs to make more. My cousin Emi-san is 87. Every morning, she opens a small pack of natto, stirs it 50 times with chopsticks until it foams, and eats it with a soft-boiled egg and rice. When I asked her why she never misses a day, she said, "Because my legs still work." She's not alone. A study published in the journal Osteoporosis International found that elderly Japanese women who ate natto regularly had higher bone density and a lower risk of fractures. Another study showed improved muscle preservation in seniors who included fermented soy in their diets. If you live outside Japan, natto might feel intimidating. The texture is sticky, the smell is earthy, and the flavor is nutty, sometimes even cheesy. But you can learn to enjoy it slowly. Here's how to try it. Start small, use just half a pack. Mix it well. Stirring increases the flavor and smooths the texture. Add comfort. Mix in mustard, soy sauce, chopped green onion, or even a bit of kimchi. Pair it right. Serve it over warm rice or blend it into miso soup for a softer introduction. Some American health stores now carry frozen natto, and Asian supermarkets often stock it in the refrigerated section. It's affordable with a long shelf life and only takes a few minutes to prepare. What I love about natto is how alive it feels. It's not polished or pretty. It's real. It reminds me that health doesn't always come in capsules or labels. Sometimes it comes in a small, smelly box, quietly nourishing the bones, the muscles, the heart. If you're curious, try it once, then maybe again. It may surprise you how quickly your body responds. Bringing Japanese habits into your American kitchen. So now you know 6 simple collagen-rich foods the Japanese have used for generations to stay strong: chicken skin broth, fish with the skin, niboshi beef tendon, soft-boiled eggs, and natto. They're not fancy, they're not trendy, but they work quietly, gently over time. If you're living in the US, you might wonder, can I really do this here? Yes, you don't need to become someone else. You only need to begin slowly. Start with one dish. Maybe it's chicken skin broth on a chilly Sunday, or a soft-boiled egg with your morning toast. Choose what feels easiest and let your body respond. In Japan, we believe in the power of small habits. There's a saying, "Even dust when gathered becomes a mountain." Your strength can return the same way, one nourishing bite at a time. Look for these ingredients at local markets or Asian grocery stores. If some feel too unfamiliar, start with what's closest. The goal isn't perfection, it's care. And as you begin, remember, this food isn't just fuel, it's connection. To your past, to your body, to the people who taught you how to eat with love. Every bowl, every bite is a quiet form of healing. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope these gentle food traditions inspire you to care for your body with kindness and patience. Start small. Even one simple meal can bring strength back into your days. Please remember, health-related information on YouTube is not one size fits all and is not medical advice. If you have concerns about your health, consult a doctor or hospital near you. If you believe you're having a medical emergency, call your physician or local emergency services right away. Take care, and until next time, eat well and live gently.